Good evening and welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. As you can see, Jabez has decided to join us this evening. He was a little concerned that we were going to start the show without him. So anyway, welcome. I'm so happy to be with you tonight. It's so much fun, and I hope that you all had a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. I hope you got to spend it with somebody that you love, and that somebody you love was with you too. So tonight we have a very, very, very special set of guests. When I first heard this band, it was down at Music in the Meadow, which is put together usually by Ben Parent, which is held at the Arboretum at Connecticut College. And if you get a chance next year to go to Music in the Meadow, you should, because the reason that you go to Music in the Meadow is to hear bands like Plywood Cowboy, which is going to play for you tonight. When I heard this band play, I knew immediately that they had soul and they had heart and they have talent. And those things are all going to be brought to you tonight. Help me welcome into your home, Plywood Cowboy.
Up on Silver Mountain, the kids are back in school. There's a warm wind blowing, and you can't beat the view. And I hiked up with my guitar, not a soul could be found. Just me and this old Martin, strumming that pretty sound. 3,000 feet of granite, well, it's sometimes what I need. Wipe out the cobwebs, let my soul free. And it's not a hidden mountain, you can find it on the map. Many people come up here, and I'm thankful for that. And I'll give you a hug, 'cause I'm a decent guy. Up on Silver Mountain, you can live free or die. 3,000 feet of granite, well, it's sometimes what I need. Wipe out the cobwebs, let my soul free. Sometimes what I need. Wipe out the cobwebs, let my soul free. Go ahead, Cap. Granite, well, it's sometimes what I need. Wipe out the cobwebs, let my soul free. Well, the rustle of the birches, the whistle of the spruce. Up on Silver Mountain I can let my troubles loose. 3,000 feet of granite, well, it's sometimes what I need. Wipe out the cobwebs, let my soul free.
Great to be here. That was Silver Mountain, and this next song we'll be playing is 2 Hours Past, because I think Dot and her dog listened to it, and they requested it.
Nights are not as long since you came along. The days seem a little brighter all the time. Wake to watch the sunrise. I look across and hear eyes. With you, my love, the days just seem to shine. Started off so easy, we were both keeping busy, spinning wheels and carving out careers. Blind date up in Hartford, rattle up my world. Look at us now, just adding up the years. I love you over the moon, I love you around the sun. Can't believe how I get to call you mine. And as the clock keeps ticking and that front porch swing keeps swinging, I love you 2 hours past the end of time. Always trying to make you smile, walk with you 100 miles. We've laughed and we've cried along the way. And sometimes when you're feeling blue, I reach across to comfort you in that old familiar loving way. I love you over the moon, I love you around the sun. Can't believe how I get to call you mine. And as the clock keeps ticking and that front porch swing keeps swinging, I love you 2 hours past the end of time. Without you I'd be lost, ship on the high seas getting tossed. You're the beacon to my soul. With only you I want to roll. Love you over the moon, I love you around the sun. I can't believe how I get to call you mine. And as the clock keeps ticking and that front porch swing keeps swinging, I love you 2 hours past the end of time.
song to sing. Close enough. Saturday morning and the chores are all done. Count to 100 as the kids all run. In like a lion and out like a lamb. Spring of 81, it's kick the can. Well, take me on back. Take me on back. Take me on back. BMX bikes and some new trick. Girls are watching, gotta make it slick. Going too fast, crash like a fool. Spring of 81, I'm trying to be cool. Take me on back. Take me on back. Take me on back. Even when I go down there, breathe that hometown air, that I begin to see that it's the memories. Take me on back. Up on a ladder and a board in a tree. It's a little crooked, but it'll hold me. I got big plans for walls and a door. Spring of 81 in my tree fort. Take me on back. Take me on back. Take me on back. Even when I go down there, breathe that hometown air, that I begin to see that it's the memories that take me on back. Take me on back. Take me on back. Take me on back. It's so nice to have a dog in the studio. J-Baz. J-Baz. Yes. So maybe we should have the dog come up and play the piano with me? Because a dog playing piano is always good for TV. This song is called Fortunate Man, and I believe we recorded it. We just didn't get it onto the album. I don't know if I was completely happy with it. Sometimes when you record a song so long ago, it's just best to put it out. But I think it'll be on the next album. This one's called Fortunate Man. Down on one knee, small box in my hand. I'm asking the question, will you have me as your man? I'm nervous and shaking. She's smiling, she's crying. I can feel my loneliness fading and dying. Been living out on Maui, it turned into a 10-year trip. Was a breath of fresh air with that aloha spirit. But she had to fly back home, and I didn't worry, 'cause I knew deep down one day we would marry. Yes, I my far-fetched opinions, my insecurities. I found a good woman who'll put up with me. I'm a fortunate man, she's in love with me. Easy on the eyes, smart and she's kind. Not another fine lady will I ever find. Not to say she doesn't have flaws, 'cause I've got some too. We can lift each other up, making our love come true. Yes, I found my far-fetched opinions, my insecurities. I found a good woman who'll put up with me. I'm a fortunate man, she's in love with me. Yes, I found a good woman who'll put up with me. My far-fetched opinions, my insecurities. I found a good woman who'll put up with me. I'm a fortunate man, 'cause she's in love with me. I'm a fortunate man, she's in love with me. This is a beautiful studio. We're very happy to be here today. This one goes out to all the dogs in the world. This is a song we have. It's called Redbone Religion. We released it on our first album, and it's a true story about a redbone coonhound wanting to go to the church across the street and get himself some God. Well, there ain't nothing like a red bone whining on a sunny Sunday morning. As we get ready for the Lord, staring at the door. He's wondering, why can't I go get myself some God? And now that red bone walks straight out of the ark, across the Route 82, and he sauntered up through them church doors and the pews, not knowing whether he's a Christian, what to do. There ain't nothing like a red bone whining on a sunny Sunday morning. As we get ready for the Lord, he's staring at the door, wondering, why can I go get myself some God? Well, that coonhound walked straight up to the altar. Them church folks, they did laugh when them windows flew open and that sun beamed in. I thought my red bone was gonna start saying mass. There ain't nothing like a red bone whining on a sunny Sunday morning. As we get ready for the Lord, he's staring at the door, wondering, why can I go get myself some God? That preacher came out, he condemned that hound on high. He said, no dog will preach on my ground. My red bone went out, he found a couple friends in town, even busted a few of them out of town. There ain't nothing like choir of hound dogs howling on a Sunday morning. As we get ready for the Lord, he's staring at the door, wondering, why can I go get myself some God? Well, there ain't nothing like a red bone whining on a sunny Sunday morning. As we get ready for the Lord, he's staring at the door. He's wondering, why can't I go get myself some God? Another fun song to sing. Yeah, one for the dogs. Switch to it. And so we're going to play a song called Honey Dust Divine that we just put out on our newest album, Blue Skies. Stepped off the bus from Newburgh, she had bells on her feet. A worn-out rose print carpet bag, smelling honey dust so sweet. She'd been rambling since the age of 12, she'd been searching since 14 for a soul who could hold her in a world that seemed so hair silky long and auburn fell down past her knees. Eyes crystal green and vacant seemed to float upon the breeze. She set up shop at the edge of town. She turned tarot cards and tricks with a heart so callous and wounded, trampled by the loveless sex. She's a free spirit out on the freeway. She'll bow to your divine. She gets stoned on cherry wine. Those that know her say she's lost. She's the only one who knows just how much that freedom costs. Long-haul truckers know her well, throw a blinker toward her sign. Known on the CB radio as Miss Honey Dust Divine. Searched all of man's religions, free to embrace all she seeks, only to lose it in the pain she leaves between the motel sheets. And one night she finally got so weak she cried out to her John. Let out 20 years of bottled pain after reading out his palm. But for once she had chosen right, she found truth in his embrace. He said tomorrow we'll both go to church and ask for the good Lord's grace. She's a free spirit out on the freeway. She'll bow to your divine. She gets stoned on cherry wine. Those that know her say she's lost. She's the only one who knows just how much that freedom costs. White robe, short auburn hair, she had never felt so clean. On the river banks with the preacher, wash her sins and pain downstream. In the water you could see Miss Honey Dust simply float away. But she keeps those damn bells on her feet in that old free spirit way. She's a free spirit out on the freeway. She'll bow to your divine. She gets stoned on cherry wine. Those that know her say she's lost. She's the only one who knows just how much that freedom costs. We have time for another song or two. All right. We're going to play a rock and roll song for you. Okay, we're going to do one more, and then Dot's going to come talk with us. This is a lot of fun. I'm sorry.
It's the one song every band does, the tuning song.
I'm trying to do my best with it. Okay. I think we're off. Was a Friday night and she was staying back home, crying in her bed and staring at her phone. Seen that Zuckerberg's world had become a no friend zone. She could barely keep a charge, it was always in her hand. Hide herself away and make believe that was a Friday night and she was staying back home. And she could just hide in her feet. She was losing her reality. She could just tag and not look back in a world of make-believe. Misperception of the human connection. Like an exile heading back to Abraham, she put her faith into her Instagram. She was captive by a world she couldn't touch at all. At a pace that she could barely keep, stolen time, stolen sleep. It was Friday night and she was staying back home, and she could just hide in her feet. She was losing her reality. She could just tag and not look back in a world of make-believe. This perception of the human connection.
That was awesome. I'm going to sneak in here. Excuse me, Shane. I'm going to come over here and talk to you first.
Sure. Hi, Dot.
Hi, Steve.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm so happy to have Plywood Cowboy here on Grandma's Attic. It's an honor.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to say. It's an honor for me to be up here playing music with these great musicians.
You want to introduce the band?
I would love to do that. Behind me, holding us down on the bass guitar, is Shane Tanner. And over on the drums is Emmett Hale. Emmett keeps me...
I want to make sure that they can see him.
Yeah. Emmett and Shane keep me from going too fast and flying away on the tempos, because I can write songs and play some instruments and things, but, you know, playing with a great rhythm section like this really allows us to keep moving forward as a band and making sure that we're just moving along. And then, of course, we have on the fiddle and violin, Cat Wallace, and vocals.
They all seem to be extremely tight. So you put in a lot of practice time. Is that the fact?
That is the fact. Yes, we try to do rehearsals at least 4 times a month, as well as playing.
You guys are playing out a lot right now.
We are, yeah. I suppose we have a full schedule, but come December we stop. This is going to be our 3rd full year for Plywood, and getting out and performing. And besides a couple little things, we don't book too much in December, because we want to enjoy the holidays with our families and just work on our Christmas carols.
I agree with you. I think that's a wonderful idea. I think that everybody should stop and take a break and pay attention to their family. I'm going to take a minute to talk to the rest of the band, and then I'm going to come back and ask you some really important questions.
You got it.
So sit there and think about what could be important to me. You know me pretty well, so. Hi, Shane.
Hi.
You going to be like the quiet one?
Yep.
That doesn't work for me.
I know.
Are you shy?
No.
You're blushing.
I don't like to be in front of a camera, probably.
Oh, well, that's too bad. How long? Wait, well, I'll get to Kat. Don't you worry. I'll get to Kat. Tell me how long you've been playing the bass.
Probably 10 years.
And was it your instrument of choice when you started playing music?
No, I started out with guitar, but due to lack of a bass player, I usually got thrown into that role, because there's 20 guitar players and no bass player usually.
Well, you know, bass players notoriously pick up more women.
No, I didn't know that.
It's the rhythm thing.
Okay, we'll go with that.
I'm just letting you know that, you know, that's just how it is. Do you enjoy playing with Plywood Cowboy?
Love it. It's lots of fun.
What is it about this band that makes it so much fun?
Just that we're all genuine. You know, it's all heartfelt, everything, and it's cool just because Steve is kind of, it's his thing, so we kind of just support it. And it's nice because there's no egos that, you know, we just all support what he puts out there, and we just enjoy it. There's a lot of fun. Just a lot of fun.
He's a great guy to follow, so I'll go with that and agree with you. I'm going to let you off the hook now.
I appreciate it.
But I'm going to put you right on the hook there, my friend. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm well. How long have you been playing the drums?
I've been playing the drums for probably about 45 years.
Wait a minute, you're not that old.
I am, in fact, yes.
Wow. What made you want to play the drums?
As a kid, my aunt had a place in Mesquamaket that we used to, not Mesquamaket, Old Lyme, in fact, at Soundview Beach. And there was a place called the Windjammer, I believe, on the beach. And
I know the
I
place.
happened to walk in there as like a 7-year-old kid, and there was a band playing Long Cool Woman by the Hollies. And the infectious straight beat just captured me, and I said, I want to do that. And that's how that started.
So can you honestly say that it was your grandmother's fault that you're now a drummer?
Probably so, because she always let me practice whenever I wanted to. And a kid learning to play the drums is probably the most painful thing you could listen to. So I really, God bless her soul, I used to ask every time, and she, after a while, just said, "You don't have to ask. Just go play," you know. But I just felt obligated because it's not pleasant when there's no accompaniment and it's just a boom, crash, smash. Yeah. So,
What was the first song that you learned on the drums?
oh my gosh. The first rock song, maybe. Rock seemed to be my biggest influence, and it was probably something like Back in Black by AC/DC, something really simple, but it was just a solid beat.
Right. Right. It's a lot of fun to hear the history that is behind every person in the band, but sometimes those first songs just last forever. What's your favorite part of being a part of Plywood Cowboy?
Steve Dedman, yeah. Because again, it's about his music, and I'm just here as a channel to make it right for him. I play in a lot of different scenarios, and this is really enjoyable because everyone is extremely talented, but we all give each other the space that the music needs, and it's really important. Really enjoy that. And he brings it out.
What I see and hear in this is a lot of humility.
Well, I suppose it's not a negative thing though. It's
no.
you know it's we're kind of humbled to be a part of it, and as a unit it's wonderful. It really is. I think we have a great time. People seem to enjoy the music, and I'm enjoying myself. So
The word I used was humility, not humiliated. Humility is a really good thing. Hi, Kat.
Hey, how's it going?
Are you shy?
Not really, no. No, after that shredding solo that Steve makes me play, I don't think I have the right to be shy after that.
No, you're an amazing fiddle/violin player. How long have you been playing?
I'm approaching my 12th year.
That's all.
Yeah.
Well, what are you, 13?
I'm 24. Yeah.
You play really well, and you have a sister that also is a musician.
Yeah, actually, we have a band together with my dad called River Run, but that's great. My sister is probably the best singer I've ever heard in my life, so.
I heard her too. She's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you and her can come back and
Oh, we'd love that. That would be amazing.
we'd love to have that happen. You'll have to talk to her and your dad about that and make that
Yeah.
happen.
Sure.
What is your favorite thing about playing with Plywood Cowboy?
Well, I've been in Plywood Cowboy for about a year and a half, and I've just learned so much about being in a band and what it takes as, I know everybody's mentioned it before, but really letting the music speak for itself and not letting egos get in the way, and just learning how to be a good bandmate and also have a little bit of input on the music. And Steve is such an incredible songwriter that it's really easy to find your path. But playing fiddle, you have to play a bunch of different roles as soloist and as backup, and I've just learned so much about myself in this project.
It seems to be that you have a little bit of, shall I say, music director in you also. I see you starting and stopping the band and making things happen. Do you have that in your spirit?
I think because I was trained classically, I have like a real need for perfection in whatever I do. And of course with music, that's unattainable. I think that's the beauty of it, is striving for perfection when it's not actually possible. And so I can't help but like try to do as much as I can to keep us tight and together. And it's not that it's hard in any way. It's just a role that I take on in any musical setting. I can't help it.
Well, I happen to believe that there are such things as musical perfection. I believe that several of the classical composers achieved perfection in several of their compositions, and I believe that this band achieves perfection. If a song moves me, both makes my hair stand up, makes me cry, makes me feel what I'm supposed to feel, that's a statement of perfection to me. And this band does that. Honey Dust, I hate that song. I love that song, but I hate that song. I can't get through it. It's in my car, You know, I have the CD stuck in my CD player, and it makes me cry every single time.
Me
And
too. Same. It's really hard to keep yourself composed performing. It's a beautiful song. It's one of my favorites to perform.
Well, let's go talk to Steve and see where he gets those from. Steve, you want to come? Look at you. Look at who's that?
I'm telling you, dogs playing piano is.
Hi, Jabez. What are you doing? Why don't you get down so I can talk to Steve? What a dog. What a dog. So I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions.
Okay. Shoot.
First and foremost, here's the question that every single person out there is asking, including my producer, by the way. He wants me to make sure that I ask you, where did the name Plywood Cowboy come from?
Plywood Cowboy was my first guitar teacher. And he was a truck driver, and he used to haul lumber for Housatonic Lumber all over the Northeast. So that was his CB handle. And, for the first 5 years that I knew him, I never knew what his real name was. He was just always Plywood Cowboy.
That's very cool.
Yeah, he was friends with my father. My father got into CB radios, and he was Captain Sunshine after a Neil Diamond song. So Plywood and my father and a bunch of other musicians used to come to our house on Sunday mornings and play in the garage. And they would play Chris Christopherson and John Prine and a lot of country music. So, so I think it was a pretty simple Chris Christopherson song was my first song I ever learned on guitar. And I kind of just wanted to learn Van Halen, but
Of course you did.
but the acoustic guitar wasn't making that noise. So after playing music in a lot of different bands and going around and playing for 15, 20 years, I think it all came back when I started this project. I was talking to a good friend of mine, Clay Selmont, who I've played in a lot of music with. And I was telling him the story about Plywood Cowboy in our garage on Sunday mornings growing up when I was a teenager. And he said, "That's the name of your band."
It's a great name.
So,
One of the things that a lot of people don't know, but let's just put it out there, your name has been put on a very elite list recently. Tell us a little bit about that. And
I don't know if it's still on the list because there's still voting going on, but we recorded our both albums at Riverway Studio in East Haddam with Ira Sikowski, who's a great producer, engineer, and has become a great friend of mine as well. And he's really been important in guiding us, along with our manager Amanda Kenyon from Blue Crane Music. But Ira is a Grammy-nominated producer, so he's able to pitch to the Grammys if he feels like a piece of work has a chance, then then he'll submit it. So he submitted a bunch of his musicians over the years, and we filled out the paperwork, sent it in, and we got an email back about 2 weeks ago that we had made the first round, and so we were able to get on the ballot for the nominees for the Grammys. So I think that's probably where it stops for us, which is fine. But it was a nice little Tuesday morning phone call to get.
what an honor. What an honor. I have to tell you a little story. On the 24th of August, you played in Old Lime, East Lime, I don't know.
Old Lime, one of the
Yeah.
limes, lemon lime.
One lemon lime. And we were there, and it was just one of those nights. And we had seen you before, of course, at Music in the Meadow. But my girl said to me, she said, "This is a Grammy-worthy band." And that saying went out to the universe. So I just want to tell you that people think that you're Grammy-worthy way before you were even put on the nomination list.
Well, that's nice of you to say, and that's nice of her to say. I don't think anybody really sets out as that's their goal. I think,
I don't think so either.
like Shane had mentioned, and Ira had mentioned from the beginning, that, he said to me right away when we first started having meetings. I didn't even really have a band. He said, just write from the heart and play your music from the heart and you'll be fine. And it's easy to do. It's much easier to do that. So what we're doing is just whatever comes out of us as a band. And if we get some, acknowledgments along the way, that helps us move forward. I think, right away when I started working with Blue Crane Music, one of the first questions Amanda had asked, she said, have you ever won an award? Have any of your musicians ever won an award? Because then we can say you're an award-winning band. And, just little things like that. I wasn't thinking like that. I was just...
Now you're a Grammy-nominated band.
No.
Well, you're
we're
on
a
the
ballot.
nomination ballot.
Yeah.
That's
There's
that's
a difference.
Okay.
There's a
Okay.
difference. And, I saw the list of who was on, and of who had made the first cut. And to be honest, I think the Grammys get about 20,000 entries for all of the different categories. So it just cut us down into us and another 10,000 other artists.
Absolutely.
So to put it in perspective.
Yeah, but there's millions of musicians out there. So to be in such a small elite group is phenomenal. As always, this interview has got to come to an end, and I know that you're going to play us out with another one of my favorite songs of yours. I have to tell you, this new album is phenomenal. It's very good. I know it's getting a lot of airplay. Tell people real quick where they can find it.
PlywoodCowboy.com is where you can find us. And then the album is on Spotify. We have a Pandora station. We have iTunes, Amazon, every streaming that you can find it on. But PlywoodCowboy.com, you can buy the album right there, and we'll send you a hard disk. And if you want it signed, just let us know. And and of course we have our social media. But if nowadays it's pretty nice. We've been around long enough that you can just put us into Google and it'll take you right there.
Absolutely. Google Plywood Cowboy. I'm going to let them take us out with a song. Thank you all for listening. Until next week, God bless. Bye-bye, and have a really great week.
She was a long-hair mama without any drama, always having such a good time. She could put you in a trance with just a little dance. Man, I gotta make her mine. She was on a different level, flirting like a devil. I suppose I don't have a chance. Brighten up the room, oh, with that perfume. Man, I gotta start a romance. And then she caught me staring and I started fearing. She started strutting my way. She grabbed my hand, I gotta tell you, man, I was having a good old day. She could dance, 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 that mama could dance. She could dance, 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 put you in a trance. She had all the right moves to all the right grooves. Boy, she was a sight to see. Mama could dance, 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 that mama could dance. Well, I was trying to keep up, but she made it tough, twirling and a kicking away. Music was thumping and everyone was bumping. I was drifting into a haze. And after a few hours, those crazy love powers, man, I just started to dream. And then she shook my hand, said thanks for the fun, but I play for a different team. I dropped to my knees, called out, Lord, please tell me it ain't true. The drunk walked over, put his hands on my shoulder, said, man,